when I was walking home today. I was peering into somebody's window, and they were watching they must have been watching like a Twitch stream of Link's Awakening, dude.
Ooh.
I rated that. I was gonna knock on the window and be like,
Let me in.
Now
Nice.
Hey, welcome back,
guys. Didn't even see you
introduce the
there.
podcast.
And
It's
guys,
always
this
me.
is the O.S.I. podcast, episode number 59? 60?
Mm-hmm.
Number
So, guys,
60.
This is why I am the one who introduces the podcast every week. Because we gave him one job, and he fucked it up. Or he messed it up. Or screwed it up. So
Hold on, I'm just got to send an email real quick.
So obviously, he won't be doing that
Gotta
again.
Send an email real quick.
And guys, Taylor Swift won the Super Bowl.
Yeah!
Yeah. And it's hard to not, it's hard to disagree with that statement because let's be real, she won it for them. If she's not on the team, they're not seeing that Super Bowl ring.
Not a chance, brother.
So congrats to Taylor for everything she's done. I'm glad that she was able to quickly make it out from Japan on a private jet just to go back to Australia. So we applaud her for making it out, but they wouldn't have won it without her. They wouldn't have been able to do it without her. So
She was an integral piece of the team.
she sure was. I even saw a TikTok the other day and I knew this was going to happen, and I told Devin that this was going to happen, and Devin's not a Swiftie, thank God. But I told Devin, I was like, it's funny because at this point, Taylor Swift could do anything, and the Swifties are going to find a way to defend it and make it okay. And that's what they're doing. All these CO2 emissions, we're 2 minutes in and we're already talking shit about Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I want it known. Can I just get it on the record?
But I just saw Devin. I overheard Devin watching a TikTok about a Swiftie defending her CO2 emissions, which was just so funny to me. That says more about the person than it does Taylor Swift. I just thought that was funny.
I think all of the discourse around all of this says a lot about anyone who has a strong opinion one way or the other.
Yeah.
Because, if I'm being real with you guys, I don't really give a shit that Taylor Swift is dating Travis Kelce.
Oh, I definitely don't care about that.
I like Travis Kelce. I got nothing against Taylor Swift.
I just think
the main reason why I didn't want the Chiefs to win was kind of because, I unless it's my team, which, one of my teams got to win once in order to win twice. But I kind of like when new teams are winning. That's why I wasn't really rooting for the Chiefs. That's why I think most of America wasn't cheering for the Chiefs. I really don't care. I thought it was kind of funny that they showed Taylor Swift 10 times during the game. I thought that was kind of funny.
easiest over of my life.
Easiest over
And
of all
the
time.
amount of the Jason Kelsey, I don't know if that was there's an over and under. Easiest under of my life.
Yeah, they didn't even show the guy one
0
time.
They showed him one time when they were on the field all celebrating. That was.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But
Well,
I don't
they
know if that
also
would
showed
count
him.
would that count in game?
I don't know actually. They also showed him one time during the pregame shaking hands with Ice Spice in the box.
Why the fuck was Ice Spice up there? Why the
Well,
heck
I saw
was Ice Spice up there? Bro?
I saw a tweet that was like, Taylor Swift here because she dating Travis Kelce. Ice Spice here because she dating Andy Reid.
That can't be real.
Well, no, it's
Oh wait,
not
Andy
real.
Reid, the
coach.
That'd be unbelievable.
Well, Andy Reid, I'm pretty sure, is happily married, and he loves cheeseburgers. I mean, who among us doesn't?
Cheeseburgers are pretty good, bro. You ever have a quarter pounder? That shit is so gas. I was thinking about the other day that
Talked about that last week.
Yeah, we did.
You said that, or 2 weeks ago or something. You said that
It might be, bro.
it was your favorite burger.
I think it might be.
I want to go to In-N-Out.
Yeah, I feel like I can't say that the quarter. Well, I can say whatever I want to say.
Those burgers look good.
I want to go to Shake Shack too. Those burgers look good.
Overrated. There are so many.
Yeah, but you're a Chiefs fan, so no.
There are so many better
And
smash burger places in Toronto already. That's my honest opinion.
And this might be the best monster. Ultra Fiesta Mango.
That is a good monster flavor, although it is zero sugar.
The mango loco, but it doesn't taste zero sugar. You have a sip if you want. It doesn't taste zero sugar.
I've had that
at
one
all.
before.
The mango loco one's pretty bomb though.
That one has sugar.
So hard to argue at this point.
But good football game.
Well, the game was yeah.
Entertaining football game.
Yeah, it was. Any other two teams, awesome game. Couldn't ask for a better game, right?
Yeah, I think like either one of the teams.
The problem for me was just like,
I didn't want to cheer
yeah,
for either of them.
Here we go. Here's the comeback. Let it. Oh, they blocked the extra point. Oh, yeah. Okay, they recovered the kick. Oh, yeah. Then, and they win.
It really at this point feels Brady and Patriots level of, all right, let's get the comeback over with now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in the Niners' defense, it wasn't a comeback.
It wasn't massive. It wasn't 28-3 or anything crazy like that.
I was hoping for that, but in the other direction, like the Niners came back from 29-3, that would be so awesome.
That would be Kyle Shanahan conquering his ultimate demon.
But too bad that's not going to make the NFL as much money as Taylor Swift winning.
No. Like, guys, I want it needs to be said. And this is, well, it might have something to do with Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce dating. But the NFL undoubtedly is rigged. And
bro, there is no question that it is rigged. You see the clips I send you.
Yeah. Well, the one was insane. The guy's
the
elbow was down.
Fell down, and he just got up and kept running and scored a touchdown.
That play is not reviewable. What do you mean?
So it is a touch.
Huh?
What do you mean it's not reviewable?
What do you mean it's not reviewable?
Fine, don't review it. Understand that you don't even.
Right.
That review is not reviewable because it doesn't need to be reviewed. He fell down, and he was down.
And down.
Well, right before that play, man, they checked their phone. The e-transfer went through. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying about Lamar Jackson. E-transfer came through. That cleared, right, as he was throwing it into triple coverage.
Like,
he got it in the
check
earpiece.
Cleared. Triple coverage. Yeet!
He got it right in the earpiece.
Check cleared. Yes, sir.
E-transfer has been deposited successfully into your account. Over. I know what
Understood. Roger.
Understood.
No, three guys,
Chiefs
three
make
defenders,
it.
three defenders.
The Chiefs make it. And yeah, that
Do you think the loser gets paid more than the winner?
That's a
Because what's the incentive for the loser if they're not
money.
getting paid as much? But if they're like, hey, sorry,
they
Chiefs
might.
are going to win again, they're getting paid more than you.
they might.
And who's getting paid?
The refs definitely.
Well, obvious. I mean,
I would say whoever.
so do you think the
fucks
players
the play
are
up.
so the players are in on it?
Not all the players,
Not all the players. Okay.
but I'm sure that I don't know. I'm sure they have them sign an NDA, and they don't reveal anything until that NDA is signed because that NDA, you could just chalk that up to like leaks, like trades and stuff. We don't want you to be saying because you're going to know stuff like that, or like partnerships or whatever pickups. Nope. Turns out it's so that you don't leak that it's rigged. And maybe all the players don't know. Maybe. Who knows?
Like, I think it needs to be really also talked about that there's not really any other sport that this amount
so
of
obvious.
theory. Like, you could sit there and it's like, okay, there's so many stories in hockey. There's so many stories in baseball and unlikely comebacks and winners in baseball and the Dodgers. But like, the Dodgers, if the MLB was rigged, the World Series would not have been Texas Rangers versus Arizona Diamondbacks. Like that just would not.
They
have
were
happened.
playing the Diamondbacks?
Yes, that was the World Series.
I did not realize that.
So like, if the MLB was rigged, you have the Yankees, and the Yankees would have won.
The Yankees
once
and the Red Sox
recently. You would have the Red Sox being good. The Dodgers would win endlessly. The Dodgers have won one World Series in the past 20 years.
What's the
or something
other
like that.
LA team?
The Angels. Yeah, they suck.
Mike Trout, is he still on that team? Is he the best player of all time?
No, Shohei is. Mike Trout, in his prime, was the best player in the league,
Right.
but now
He was like
Shohei,
a center fielder or something?
he is a center fielder, yes.
Bro, is that crazy that I knew that?
That is crazy that you knew that.
Yeah, that is what it
It's
is.
crazy that you knew that and not the team name.
Right? Well, I didn't really take time to think about it.
But like hockey, if that was rigged, Vegas would not have played the Florida Panthers in the Stanley Cup final last year. If it was rigged,
Vegas
then
would have played Tampa.
a lot of people complain that the NHL is rigged in the Leafs' favor. I mean, if you're making that argument, Nuketown. How could you argue that the NHL?
Nuketown.
Yeah. I've devised this plan. We create a town, and we call it Nuketown, and we send everyone there that's just a societal degenerate, and then we nuke it.
So, Leafs fans, all of them.
All of them.
Swifties, all of them.
All of them.
That's it.
There's a few more.
Racists.
Yes.
You keep some. No, man.
Cut that.
Cut that. We have to save that stuff for the second part.
Not all Leafs fans, and not all Taylor Swift fans.
All Taylor Swift fans.
Okay.
Not all Leaf fans. No Leafs. Just Swifties. Man,
Okay, man.
What's this guy's deal?
Why does this guy hate women?
If you are even an enjoyer of Taylor Swift's music at any amount,
Nuketown?
Nuketown.
Okay.
Jail. Straight to jail.
Yeah. NBA, I don't watch enough. I can't have an opinion on whether it's rigged or not, but I don't hear people talking about how it's rigged. The NFL is
because if it was rigged, LeBron James would be the Tom Brady or the Mahomes.
It just feels so. The NFL just feels so.
How many titles does that guy have?
LeBron James? Just unbelievably rigged. I think he's got 4. Did he win one with Miami?
I don't know.
I think he won a couple in Cleveland. He won one with LA. Yeah, I think 4 is a safe guess. I think they won one in Miami, right? I don't know.
When they had
4 or 5
Wade and C. Bosch on there.
Yeah,
that was a great team. Mm-hmm. Unbelievable triple threat.
Triple threat, yeah. The
great
boys.
Trio. Those were the days, bro.
Just in general.
Like go back to the time period of L. James, D. Wade, and C. Bosch on the Heat, and you're just it's a good life.
What a time to be alive that was.
What years were those? Those got to be like
I don't know.
Like middle school days for me. I think
it was
2012.
like high school. Yeah, for me.
Bro,
yeah.
Black Ops 2. Bro, what's crazy? And I saw this on Twitter was like, it is so crazy and it's insane how much like it's like you don't know they're the good old days until they're over. Because if you think about the run that Call of Duty had with COD 4, then World at War, then MW2, then Black Ops, which I didn't like, but a lot of people did, then MW3, then Black Ops 2. That's crazy back-to-backs.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ghosts, which I thought was great. Advanced Warfare, and then Black
Advanced
Ops
Warfare
3
felt like the beginning of the end.
No, because Black Ops 3 was great.
Multiplayer,
zombies, like it's the best zombies, 100%.
It was the worst campaign.
Right. Well, nobody cares about you. And I'm doing this. I'm just doing this.
Oh my god, that's sick.
And
look at the wrist.
It had the best zombies experience, and then what was it? Infinite Warfare was the beginning of the end. No, because Black Ops 4 came out.
You big blackout guy?
No.
Oh.
Didn't play one game.
Same.
And then
I also haven't played a single game of Warzone, and I never will.
Honestly, Modern Warfare 2019 was the beginning of the end. But we're not here to complain about
COD. I feel like World War II was the beginning of the end.
No, because then Black Ops 4.
The war.
No, that was the
No, don't say it.
Beginning of the end, I was going to say.
No, because I think Call of Duty World War II was the first year where they had aggressive microtransactions.
No, you're thinking of Advanced Warfare with the loot boxes. Those were introduced in Advanced Warfare.
Yeah, they were introduced, but I was thinking of the World War II like hub area. Remember that shit?
That wasn't bad though. It just was there.
You'd get a loot box and it would have 3 common pistol grips. And you're like, holy shit, I just spent $5 on that.
Your hand is all the way around.
I just spent $5 on that. I can't even see it. It's just mahogany.
Well, what was so great about those loot box openings was if I didn't have an idea for a video, let's do a loot box opening. And those loot boxes were so fun to open. Like, I think.
So you're part of the problem.
Yeah. For loot boxes, yes. If loot boxes are cosmetic only, then there's no problem.
You would. I got to get. Really good game just came out. I think you'd like it a lot. It's called Unalive Yourself Squad. Game End the Justice League.
Game End?
Yeah.
Oh.
Unalive Yourself Squad. Game End the Justice League.
Game over the Justice League.
Yeah.
Have you seen Helldivers 2?
I've been hearing good things.
I think I'm gonna get it.
It's like $40
Not for the PlayStation
Is it
though,
not?
unfortunately.
It's only like 40 or
Yeah,
$50.
I think it is.
It
It looks cool.
I'm telling myself it is going to take every fiber of my being to not pre-order the 40 Years of WrestleMania edition of 2K24 this Thursday when payday hits. And then they released the Bray Wyatt entrance, and I'm like,
Get it, man.
That looks really good. So it's $180.
Okay, yo, don't get that, bro. Get Helldivers. I'm gonna play Helldivers, and if it's good,
Now, you know what? I'm going to get it.
yeah, tonight.
No, not tonight. Can't do tonight.
Okay. Oh,
No
you're
drinks. No
You're
drinks.
paying like
Yeah.
paycheck to paycheck.
Paycheck to paycheck.
You're out of money.
So I got to wait for my paycheck.
Well, I'm gonna play Helldivers too, and if it's good, I'll convince you, and maybe I'll convince Connor and Riley to get it because it's a 4-man thing. You can have up to 4 people.
Cross Platy?
Probably. It's got to be.
I thought it was a
2024.
PlayStation exclusive, no?
Oh, it might only be PC and PlayStation. I think you might be right.
Yeah.
You might be right. So I actually don't know. But we'll see.
Guys, this week we're going to find out the future of Xbox. This Thursday we're
What?
going to find out.
And apparently the Nintendo Direct is only going to be a mini partner showcase, which means like they're going to be showcasing games coming to the Switch that are not like
Xbox
Xbox
games.
You said what?
Xbox games.
Yeah.
Hi-Fi Rush.
Yeah, Helldivers 2.
And Helldivers 2 on the Switch. It'll run at
And
2 frames per second.
MW3. 100%.
Oh, man.
100%.
Oh, no.
What was the game that came to the Switch like way too late? Was it COD? No, right?
Well, they put the Arkham games out just recently. And they ran like dog shit.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
If they put Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3
No, it won't be
on
able
the
to run.
Switch,
It literally won't be able to run. It won't even be able to start up.
it can barely run on PlayStation 5.
Yeah. It's not going to be able to start up on the Switch.
It'll be that Dr. Disrespect video, except you won't even be able to get to the part where you boot it up. You'll try and boot it up and it'll
But hopefully
crash.
that leak about the Switch or the Nintendo Direct was wrong. Because that was just a rumor.
Yeah, this Thursday, Xbox is holding a news press conference-y, I think, type event, or they're having like some sort of releasing a
State of play?
podcast. They're just putting like a podcast out, and our boy Phil Spencer, head of Xbox, is going to be talking about the future of Xbox. A lot of people were speculating that Xbox was going to stop making consoles, but apparently last week in an Xbox town hall meeting, Phil Spencer said that they will continue making Xbox consoles. However, I want them to just say Gears of War coming to PlayStation, bruh.
When do you think that they stop making consoles and they say,
Never.
this is the last one?
Never.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe it'll be longer between, but I don't think so. Like, I heard a guy talking about the PlayStation 6 coming in 2027. I'm like, holy, that's just around the corner. But that makes sense. 7 years console cycle.
2027 is not right around the corner.
I know, but it's closer. We're closer to 2027. We're closer to a PS6 than when the PS5 launched.
It came out, what, 2020?
Or we're like halfway. We're like halfway through this cycle. Or halfway through this generation.
Yeah. I've had the PS5 for a long time.
I know it doesn't feel like a long time. But it also feels like I have not played the PS4 in ages.
If you think back to like 2021, that was when we got our PS5. I remember.
We got it December 2020.
Oh, right. Sorry. I bought COD in January of 2021. It was great.
So please announce Gears of War coming to PlayStation. I'm curious to know your thoughts because a lot of Xbox fans are really, really angry. They're calling this a betrayal. Right? They're saying, how could you do this to us? But I want your thoughts. Because I know you play mainly PC, but let's say you weren't playing PC, you'd be playing PlayStation. Mm-hmm. How would you feel if Sony was like, we're putting Uncharted and God of War and Spider-Man on the Xbox? How would you feel?
I literally would not give two fucks.
And that's the correct answer.
Because I wouldn't even I'm not even like oh no, that'd be awesome because then Xbox people can experience it. Like, I don't even care that much. Like, I literally don't care at all.
Yeah, but I'm even more on the way that you were just saying it. I'm more even like,
I'm more on that than I am the other, but
because I'm just like, cool.
But the real place that I'm at is like, it doesn't affect when or where I can play them, so it does. Who cares?
Right. I would happily.
It's because Xbox gamers are coping because their exclusives suck, and so now we're getting all of their exclusives.
We're getting
and
only
they're not
their
getting ours.
Well, PlayStation is getting only their good exclusives,
Right, and
we're
they're
not
getting none.
None.
So they're just coping.
Like, I would be not upset at all if I could be like, Riley, Connor, go play Spider-Man.
Yeah, they won't.
They wouldn't, but I could be like again, there's no point gatekeeping games, bro. Like, they're just video games. Why do you care so much?
Yeah, unless
if it's a good game, like we should all just want everyone to play the good game.
Well, unless it gets in the way of you playing or anything, then who cares? Just tell yourself it's still only on the Xbox.
Right.
Yeah,
I've never.
It's not gonna change, bro. Like,
well, these for some people,
because that's all they had.
Yes.
And now they're rattled. They're shaken to their core.
But Indiana Jones was also one of the games. Now, I think again, this is all just speculation, and I can't remember if we talked about this last week or not. But part of the speculation is that Xbox is going to have like timed exclusives. So like Indiana Jones would come out on the Xbox. It would be an exclusive for a year, maybe a year and a bit, and then it would come to PlayStation.
I think that is a great idea for all exclusives.
I agree.
You should. It's like remember
have the main console make all the initial money, and if people really want to play it right away, you got to buy the console, and people would do that. In some cases, like people bought an Xbox for Starfield, bro. I feel bad for those people, but you buy the hardware. If I really cannot wait to play Indiana Jones, I have to go out and buy an Xbox. So then Xbox makes their initial wave of all that revenue. Mm-hmm. And then once that inevitably stops, then you put it on all the other consoles and it just goes back up because all those other people are now buying it.
Yeah.
Like why wouldn't Xbox want to put Gears of War and Halo on PlayStation? Everyone on Xbox who wants to play those games has bought them years ago. And people on PlayStation have never had the opportunity to buy those games. So if you put Halo, especially on PlayStation, so many. I didn't even really have a massive interest in Halo. I would still buy the Master Chief Collection on PlayStation. 100% I would.
Maybe.
100% I would.
I want to see Infamous make another Infamous.
That would be nice.
If I won the lottery.
Sucker Punch is too busy working on Ghost of Tsushima 2.
You think so? Bro, they could do both. Just remaster the old ones and make a new Ghost of Tsushima 2.
They got to make the initial ones at least playable on the they got to remaster.
No, but you could stream them though. No,
you can stream them, but if you have good internet, like,
well, I do, so that's all that matters to me.
Oh my god. Well, then you can stream them.
No.
Oh my god.
Can't.
This guy.
It was crazy. I remember seeing this TikTok that was like, there are people out there that will never understand this generation of gaming, and it was like a clip of Infamous 2, and it is crazy to think how many iconic games were on the PS3 that just no one's gonna play. There was such a period of time where just there were so many elite games, and that's just all gone. Not even that. Oh, they don't make them like they used to. Just like there's so many games that just like. You just won't play. Mm-hmm. So it's dead.
Yep.
Dead.
And that's just a fuck up on Sony's part because however they created the store and backwards compatibility and all that, it just screwed themselves. Because Xbox, they're like, yeah, play a 360 game on the Xbox Series X. Well, why they
didn't make all games always backwards compatible forever is just mind-blowing to me. But again, I guess it comes down to money. I guess it comes down to it's not worth the money to make them backwards compatible. But that doesn't even make any sense, though. Because if they're digital, there's no disc reading. So what is it about the game that's unplayable, you idiot?
But not even that. Why can I watch a DVD from the early 2000s on my PS5, but I can't play a PS1 game.
Here's the question.
I'm curious to know how it's burnt differently on these discs, where you can access one form of media, but you can't access another. It's interesting.
Here's another interesting thing. How come my PC can play anything and everything from any generation, but the PS4 or 5 can't?
Well, it's because you're breaking the law by emulating those games.
No, not even emulating. You could play. You could
Would you download?
play MW2 on.
Would you illegally download a sandwich?
Yeah.
True. Me too.
Well, no, but I'm saying like, you play MW2 from 2009 the same way you play MW3 from 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you just go on Steam, hit launch. I mean, the MW2 servers, I'm pretty sure, are gone, and no one's playing
I thought they resurrected them.
Yeah, but that happened for a week, and then I think nobody
True.
plays it anymore. Cause,
True.
You know, the nostalgia
Everyone's
ran
too
out.
busy playing season 2 of MWZ.
100%. 100%. Well,
All that
or
content.
lack thereof.
All that content.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking about...
I watched your
Black
video,
Ops
bro,
3
and your genuine like anger when you realized that they were putting skins out for MW2 guns.
It was
It made me laugh.
rattling, bro. I was rattled, to say the least. And I was thinking, because I'm starting to run out of MWZ content, or when I do, Black Ops 3 is currently 67% off in the Steam store. And Black Ops 3 is the best zombies. And when you play it on Steam, you get custom maps, bro. You get people making custom maps. And so I was thinking about buying it and starting to make BO3 custom zombie map videos.
MBO3.
MBO3. NBO3.
Modern Black Ops 3.
So that'll be pretty cool, right? Like, would that be a good idea for videos or no? Okay, well, I was outside.
He's got a lockjaw.
I think actually something is wrong with my jaw. Like, it's always the first thing to go. Like, whenever I eat, like, sour candy. Whenever I eat sour candy or something super sweet.
Sometimes when I have a sweet drink, my jaw, like, right in the back, like, right there will hurt.
Yeah, but then, like, when I was walking home today, when it's super cold out, my fucking jaw will start to hurt.
You have to practice. Like
crazy.
You know how,
And, like, it still hurts now. It's still recouping.
you know how you, like, do Kegels because you don't want to shit? You
Kegels are for... Never mind.
Well, I think you could do for both.
Oh, okay.
For your butt and for your lady butt.
Oh, my God. Ladies have the same butts that we do.
But anyways.
I was thinking about that the other day. Man.
But you just have to mew to, like, train. It's the Kegels
Well,
for your
apparently
jaw.
mewing is just having your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Which you do. We were born
with tongues.
with good genetics. And, well, the genetic of our tongues naturally rest on the roof of our mouths. But you can hard mew as well. Which is like, it's basically like pushing your tongue on the roof of your mouth and then like sucking it up and back, basically. So you're like,
So you just, like, choke on your tongue and die.
like, you see, there's like, I don't have a jawline, like, because I'm a little chubby. I've been bulking.
Fatso.
But if you did it, like, you could see a little bit of a difference when someone, like, hard mews. I don't know.
Bro, some of these guys' jawlines are whack.
Yeah, that's crazy. I think I would have a good jawline when I cut, dude. The cut's gonna go crazy. Anyways, guys.
But I thought you were trying to hit 2 bills.
Well, I'm not gonna cut yet. I'm saying when I cut, the cut is going.
You gotta
to go
get to 250
crazy.
before you can cut, so that way you stay above 200. Just
Dude.
lean muscle.
We were looking at some of the players on the Chiefs. Big boys.
Oh yeah.
And the joke was always, dude, the cut's gonna go crazy.
Guys, join us in part 2 where we talk about Waterloo scandal and also, is Assassin's Creed Mirage actually good? We've played it. Well,
I've played it,
I've played it.
and we're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out.
Part
Purse.
2. And welcome back to part 2, guys. Comment that down below immediately.
Comment, I made it to part 2 down below,
Guys,
and I'm
I got
sexy.
a brand new haircut.
Tell Ethan how bad it looks.
Guys, I got a sick new haircut. Comment that down below immediately.
Holy, got a blast.
Is that a good haircut? So we're back. We're part 2. We're talking about Mirage.
Assassin's Creed
Finally,
Mirage.
Patrick
We
has
finally
played
tried it. I
and-
have not beaten it. I've played it for a few hours.
And now here's the opening question: will you be beating it?
I would like to think so.
Okay.
I would like to think so. There's 2 things I want you to keep in mind as we talk about this. Okay, the first was that
You
the
suck
main
at games, and most of this is skill issue. Is that what you're gonna say or no?
the main marketing piece for Assassin's Creed Mirage was this is a return to the
roots.
OG.
Yeah.
The roots of Assassin's Creed.
I remember.
That was their main fucking marketing piece. Keep that in mind. The second thing I want you to keep in mind is IGN gave Assassin's Creed Mirage an 8. And then 2 weeks later gave Spider-Man 2 an 8. So I want you to keep those 2 things in mind because that's what I've been thinking about as I've been playing Assassin's Creed Mirage.
Right, and in Assassin's Creed 1, did they have health bars or no?
Well, no.
Okay.
The other thing that I noticed that I don't remember actually in the OGs at all. I actually don't remember this up until Assassin's Creed Origins. So maybe actually, the more that I think about it, that might be what they were talking about. We're returning to our OG.
Oh, so they're
Our origins.
Oh, okay. Oh my God.
Oh my God, it makes sense now. You remember how like in Valhalla, you played it, right?
Yeah. Played a lot of it.
You'd hit someone, and they kind of just wouldn't react. You'd hit them like 5 times, and they'd kind of be
but
like,
it felt fine.
"Yeah, this is."
I've seen the gameplay. You're fighting a practice dummy, man.
Okay, so I thought about this last night. This might be the worst Assassin's Creed game.
Holy smoke.
We'll just say that. Valhalla is a serious contender, but the only thing that Mirage has on Valhalla is a better map for parkouring.
You're telling me that an open forest is not a good map for parkouring?
Not in Valhalla. I don't even think you could climb trees in Valhalla.
You're telling me an open forest with no trees is good for like a field is not good for parkour?
But you know how in the old
Bro,
ones
I'm
they would
trolling.
have but the thing is that even though the parkour environment is better in Mirage, this might be the jankiest Assassin's Creed
Even worse than Ezio.
I've ever played. Yep. I've been playing for 2 hours, and don't even think I could count on 2 hands, maybe 2 or 3 hours. I could not count on 2 hands the amount of times he just fucking jumped off a fucking cliff, not the direction I was pointing, or he just goes and okay. So that's that. The combat is dog shit. It is total and utter dog shit. It honestly it feels worse than Valhalla. In no way, shape, or form does this game feel like any of the original games. Mm-hmm. Not a single aspect of it. It is still littered with RPG bullshit. It's not fun. The story, again, I'm only a few hours in. It's impossible to follow. Mm-hmm. The characters are cardboard boxes. The animations are the exact same as the past couple games. And this is what I was thinking about last night. I think this might be the first game in any franchise that I have ever played that has made me look back on all of the old games that I enjoyed and seriously pondered the question, has this franchise ever actually been good? I have never had a game made me think that way about a franchise until Assassin's Creed Mirage.
I mean, you got to give the OGs. Those are good games.
But but I'm playing the structure of these games and I'm like, okay, how good actually are the old Assassin's Creed games?
I don't think they're the best games ever created, but if you make another Assassin's Creed the same exact way you make Brotherhood, I think it goes crazy.
Maybe. I think
it's a game that's like, I'll I'll pay $90
I think
for this.
Okay, I think just take the Ezio collection.
It's a game of the year.
Take the Ezio collection out.
Okay.
What Assassin's Creed games are you like? Ooh, I really want to go back and play one of those games.
To be honest,
None of them?
all of them.
Really?
Before Origins.
Interesting.
Unity fix it, and it's great.
I did replay Unity, and it wasn't as bad as I remember.
Honestly, Assassin's Creed 1 is cool.
But this is what I'm saying. Mirage is so bad that it is making me reconsider liking the entire franchise. And I really like the SEO games. Like, really, really do like them. But, oh my God, Mirage is so bad. How did IGN give this an 8? I don't understand how anyone has had anything positive to say about this game. It looks nice.
I don't think anyone has had anything positive to say about the game.
IGN did. They had just
Well-
as many positive things to say about it as Spider-Man 2, actually. Got the same score.
Well, how much did they get paid?
I don't know. We'll see when they rank Skull and Bones. Did they put out a Skull and Bones review?
I'm sure they did.
I gotta know what IGN.
Oh,
gave
that
Skull and
reminds me.
Bones.
I'll play the video right now that I sent you, the Skull and Bones ones that you said you couldn't watch. I'll play it. Can I play it right now?
Was it someone talking about how they liked it or didn't
like it.
Yeah, you can go ahead and play.
And it's like, no, they're just explaining not even how they didn't like it, about how
Is
it's
the game not out yet?
about how it's objectively an awful game. Okay, I'm gonna play the video.
Is the game not out? IGN doesn't have a review out for it.
I don't know. Skull and
I
Bones.
thought it was out. I thought it
Bones
came out like a
release.
week ago.
Skull and Bones release date came out February 6th.
So IGN just didn't put a review out? That seems weird.
Skull.
Okay,
What did you Google search?
I looked up IGN Skull and Bones review.
I usually just look up Skull and Bones IGN and it'll.
Yeah, nothing. It's just
No, yep, you're right. Nothing.
there's nothing.
There's not rated. So there's a overview of the game
Oh, on their website you looked
on their
it up.
website, but not rated, it says.
No one had the stones to give it a
Oh, wait,
free.
what if I go to reviews, though? IGN rating is not rated, though. And this came out.
That's interesting. Maybe because
This came
They
out
haven't-
February 16th, 2024.
wait, so it's not out yet.
No, this review was published on February
Oh, maybe that's when
16th.
they're planning on on releasing the review.
Maybe. Anyways, I'll play this video. And wait, did you have more to talk about Mirage? Well, at least in Mirage,
I think
you
just
play as an assassin.
That
I
is
think that's
true.
the biggest
That is
part.
true. That okay. I'll give them that. The one thing.
Maybe that's what they meant when they went
Maybe.
back to the roots, because the two games before
Well,
that, you
also-
weren't playing as an assassin.
Also, you remember in the first game how you'd go to the assassin bureaus?
Yeah.
You'd like enter through the roof.
I know they have
Those
that
are
in
in the game.
Well, I know that there was a day one patch that literally made to speed up the parkour because it was just way too slow.
The parkour, when it works, isn't bad.
Right.
Like the parkour is a step in. I don't even like saying a step in the right direction. It still is the same bullshit as Valhalla, but Valhalla didn't give you anywhere to do
Yeah.
parkour.
Yeah, that was the problem.
So if Valhalla gave you places to do parkour, there would be no difference.
Yeah.
But the combat is so bad. The only decent thing that they added was parrying and into an insta kill, but those do not feel nearly as good as the original games. And again, like, okay, the health bars, whatever. At the end of the day, I don't give a shit about the health bar. That's not the problem. There's no enemy levels. Thank God for that.
That's nice.
But yeah, you can think pretty much assassinate any level of person. Again, the game's not huge, or at least not to the scale that the last couple were. But you'll just be swinging and hitting guys, and it'll be like you're hitting them with not even wooden swords, like you're hitting them with Nerf swords.
Well, the problem.
It doesn't feel good at all to hit someone.
The problem, because I'm big into like RP, which is like, for people who don't know, RP is like basically playing the game as realistic as possible. Like RP stands for role playing, but it's like you're not just playing the game just to like fuck around and play an arcade game. You're like playing the game and you're trying to make it as realistic as possible. It's why the same reason why I'm sure you play like any game like Spider-Man or maybe even Jedi Survivor on like default lightsaber, default outfit, because I just want it to be as realistic as possible. I want it to be the way the game was meant to be played.
I'll play New Game Plus with some crazy shit.
Exactly. The problem with sword combat with health bars is you can't RP with that. You're slicing the guys with a sharp metal object 5 times before they die. So right away, I think the only games that should be health bars are either shooters, because you're like shooting some alien boss like Destiny, or punching games like Arkham Asylum is fine because it takes a few punches to knock a guy out.
But I think that the sword health bars can work. Actually, Ghost of Tsushima didn't have health bars. They did when you... they didn't have health bars.
They did it really well.
I think they had stamina bars or block breaking guards or whatever.
They also had health bars, kind of, but not.
Yeah, like the bosses had health bars and stuff.
Well, the enemies had health,
but they made
didn't
it
have
feel
health
every
bars.
swing when you hit someone with your katana. Ooh, it felt like you fucking hurt them.
But it also was like
this game. It's like,
but it was also like you could in Ghost of Tsushima you probably can't just attack them because they'll probably block you. You can either try to attack them or you can do your special stance triangle to break their stance, and then you can hit them a bunch, or you can block them and like the block where they like fall past you, and then you can hit them a few times, or you can like parry it into like a slash that like pretty much insta kills them. So while they're actually trying to attack you, so you can actually use a block. So the combat was like actually happening. Where from what I've seen in Mirage, they just kind of stand there, and then you're like, I'm just going to kill you, I guess. Kill you
But
now.
it's just the same jank ass that has plagued this series for years and years and years. And oh my god, if the Japan game is like this,
I think let's be real. At this point, it's been 4 games in a row.
I just like how I won't buy it. I'm not going to buy it. If it looks really bad, boring bullshit like it is now, I'll go play Ghost of Tsushima if I want to play a Japanese style sword samurai game. I don't need to. That's the tough thing that they're doing is I can't recall a game in ancient Egypt.
Tough.
Well, I'm saying I can't recall a game in ancient Egypt that can be considered a competitor. I can't think of one in ancient Greece that can be considered a competitor. I can't think of a Viking game that's on the same level as Valhalla in terms of like role-playing massive scale open world.
Right. Something up there.
Yeah. God.
Oh, you're talking to him?
Ezio. Who's Desmond? So for those 3 games, I feel like Ubisoft was able to get away with it a little bit because there wasn't really a game that you could be, at least that I can think of off the top of my head. Maybe there is. But not that I can think of where you're like, okay, Valhalla can be put up against this game that is just easily so much better if you want the same experience. But Mirage, you can, again, if they hadn't said we're going back to our roots, then I feel like
nobody would have bought it.
No one would have bought it, but I feel like I would be less critical. I went into this game with an expectation that this was going to feel like I'm going to my roots.
That's your mistake right there. You went into a video game in 2024 with an expectation.
But that's not my fault. It's
your fault.
If Ubisoft wants to say, hey, guys, here's the next game. Okay. Fuck, I don't give a shit. I went into Spider-Man 2 with expectations, and they were met for the most part.
Length was the only thing.
That was the only thing. That was the problem.
And I think that if we boil it down, right, Valhalla, it could have got away with most of its problems if it had a story.
Yeah.
If it had an actual story where it was like, here's the main villain, here's like you're going to A, and then you're doing this, and then you're doing this, and like that's the biggest thing that I've noticed in storytelling, and it was like, I don't know, I don't even remember where I heard it. I think I heard it for the first time. I think Devin told it to me for the first time because she watched a TikTok or something, and I think it was the same people who wrote South Park or something. A good story is not told by this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened. It's this happened, therefore this happened, therefore this happened. Everything's connected. Where in Valhalla, it was like, You go to Liechtenstein. You go to Lincolnshire. Okay, they're on your side. And then you go to Ravenshire. Okay, they're on your side. And then you go to Birkenstocks, and then they're on your side. And then you go to Londonshire, and then they're on your side. And then
then the big bad boss that you've been going towards the whole time, you finally get to him, and you just let him go.
You're talking about Siegfried or no?
No, I'm talking about the king, the main fucking king guy, the head of the Order of the Ancients.
I didn't even get to that.
In the tree, you kill all of the minions. You spend hours and hours killing. You finally get to the guy. You're like, holy shit, it's him. I'm gonna go find him. You find him, and he's just in a village making bread. And you're like, hey, man. And he's like, hey, I'm actually good now. And you're like, berries.
And then turns out he's not good because the Templar Order continues all throughout the Renaissance and all into the Crusades and all into everything else. So
and then I turned the game off. And I ejected.
And
it
is
from
that
my
when
console.
Is that when you get the credits?
I never got credits.
I didn't get credits. When I finally got through every single piece of land, I literally Google searched, "How do you get the credits? Like, what is the true
did the same
ending?
thing.
What's the true ending?"
And then I think the YouTube video, I was just like, "There's no credits."
Yeah, there's no credits.
You got to go access those from the main menu. But anyways, to complete my thought,
before we move on to your completing your thought. Keep it in your mind. Don't listen to what I'm saying. Just remember. Is that, now I forget what I was saying. Oh no, was that the final boss I didn't even get to. And if you have to go like out of your way to complete the story and to complete the chain, is that a good story? Is that good storytelling? Like if you have to,
But if you want the final ending for Batman Arkham Knight, you got to go out of your way and do all the side missions and shit. Get all the Riddler trophies to get the true ending.
To get the true ending, not the end of the story, though. There's still a main story.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Well, the main story ending is when you go and you stab Bassam in the spine and let him harvest for a few hundred years.
But then there's also the storyline of
it's just
fighting.
a bad game. It's from top to bottom a bad game.
I'm saying it's mainly they could have gotten away with a lot of the gameplay problems if they just had one good storyline. And that's what I feel like so many games are missing nowadays. Tears of the Kingdom didn't have one, or it had a good story. It was an awful storytelling. I don't know who decided to have the story be told in the way it did. But that's neither here nor there.
I mean, Elden Ring had a pretty bad story.
But it had an amazing gameplay, though.
So I guess you're right.
You got to have at least one of the other.
You got to have at least one of the other.
Tears of the Kingdom was a 9 because of the game, and 8.5. It was an 8.5 because of the gameplay, but there was just no story. But also, Zelda games are there for the linear aspect of it, the journey. Mm-hmm. There's no journey in Tears of the Kingdom. There was no journey. There was no adventure. It's an action-adventure game. Mm-hmm. Anyways.
With no adventure. It looked like there was a lot of adventure in it, though. But anyways, to complete my thought.
But I like going on a journey. On a character-developing journey. Not a just travel a long-distance journey.
All those games didn't have direct competitors that I could think of.
Right.
Now Assassin's Creed, codenamed Red, it has a direct competitor that was a Game of the Year nominee. You're going to go up against that game with this dog shit. You guys better bring the heat if you want any sort of... No. And this game also just like... And I know that you've been down on Ubisoft, and I've kind of trying to be... I've been trying to take more of like a step back and be like, okay, really we shouldn't be judging games until they come out. Just because Ubisoft is making a game, just because EA is making a game, just because Blizzard is making a game, doesn't mean inherently that game is going to be bad. It shouldn't. Inevitably when it is, okay, it is. But like Star Wars Outlaws, I'm not inherently looking at that game and being like, that game's going to suck because Ubisoft is making it. It might suck because Ubisoft is making it.
I'm not going to say it is going to suck because Ubisoft. I'm just not looking forward to the game as much as I would because Ubisoft is
Maybe.
making it. Because it's
That
like
makes sense.
it's like a fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, I won't be fooled again. And yet, here we are getting fooled.
Here we are playing Assassin's Creed Mirage.
Here we are getting fooled for a 4th time with Assassin's Creed Mirage. Will we be getting fooled for a 5th time with Star Wars Outlaws? Stay tuned to find out.
Yes. I will.
Well, no.
I'll probably still play it.
Will we be getting fooled for a 6th time? Thank you to Skull and Bones for fooling us for a 5th time. Speaking of Skull and Bones, did you want to finish? Were you finished your point?
That was basically it.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm excited to see what Assassin's Creed Hexy is.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed Mirage just. Again, I haven't beaten
That's
it,
just
so
chalked.
I might beat it and be like, okay, yo, they turned that shit around. And it was so much fun. It's like people who play Starfield for 30 hours be like, no, it gets fun after 40 hours. It gets fun after the 40-hour mark. That's when it's
like
fun.
The Office. It's like The Office. Yo, guys,
what was the other
we
game?
swear it's a good series. Just, the first season just sucks.
Oh yeah,
but we swear it's a good TV show.
It was Diablo 4. All the Diablo 4 apologists were like, I remember I watched the Act Man video where he just like crapped on the game, and then he made another video responding to bad takes. And so many of the people were like, you haven't even got to the good part yet. Like, you just beat the game. Now you haven't even like maxed out your character and got to
MMO,
it.
Though the end game is like the best part. That's classic MMO, which I'm not.
But it's like you got to play.
Defend that.
You got to play a game for 100 hours for it to get good.
I agree.
That's bad. That's
I
not
agree.
good.
I think the leveling process in every single MMO should just be rid.
Like when I jump into Spider-Man 2, I was having fun from the second I started that game.
Because the problem with MMOs and the leveling process and the end game is because the leveling process is how can I get through this as fast as possible because all of the good content can only be done at max level.
When I hopped into the Modern Warfare 3 campaign, I was having fun right away.
Yeah.
And then actually the fun.
And then when you hopped into Skull and Bones right away, it was fun.
Yeah.
And we're going to show you guys a video as to why Skull and Bones is fun from the rip.
Yeah.
Here are 5 things you should know before you don't buy Skull and Bones for $60. First, there is literally no combat. There's no swords, there's no hand-to-hand.
I knew that.
Keep in mind, this is a pirate game.
I knew that it was ship only.
Keep in mind, this is a pirate game.
Combat at all. Even Sea of Thieves had swords, man. Raiding ships and PvP on the ground should be a part of the game, but no. We only have time for ship combat. You can't engage...
Yeah, so no combat. That means you're not getting off your ship and going onto another ship to raid it.
No.
You sink that ship, peace. You're gone. You're out of there.
There is stuff off ship, but it's just hub area.
Yeah.
in PvP along the waters unless that player has a treasure map, meaning half the time the PvP isn't even available at all. I understand that sometimes you don't always want to be fighting people, but really what the fuck else are you going to do in this game? You can't walk around your own pirate ship. There are no interiors in any of the ships. You can't even interact with your own crew. How did they...
This game has been in development for like a decade, bro.
So it's a pirate game and you can't walk around on your ship. Okay, so
you can do that. You can do that in Black Flag.
This game has two elements. You're either driving your ship or you're in a hub area. Okay, is that a good game?
Downgrade a simple feature from Black Flag. It's been 11 years. Makes everything feel 10 times more arcadey. You can't just anchor your ship and explore along any coast. You can only dock at certain locations, making the open world and exploration part of the game a lot less attractive. You can't fucking swim. Nah, how the fuck is anybody gonna defend this? The game is about the ocean. It's about the sea, and the only way you can navigate it is a glorified cutscene of controlling your ship. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Assassin's Creed Black Flag is literally better than this game. Literally in every way. Ubisoft, once again, very predictably, this game sucks total cost. So listen, here are 5 things...
Honestly,
this game was been... I mean, you knew this game was cooked when they delayed it.
If you ask me, Sea of
10
Thieves
times.
is you add a campaign and more objectives to Sea of Thieves, that's the perfect pirate game.
Well, as it stands right now, it feels like Black Flag is the quintessential pirate game still.
Well, only because Black Flag isn't.
But maybe I would say Sea of Thieves in general.
I would say Sea of Thieves is the quintessential pirate game because you can play it multiplayer.
Sea of Thieves, one of the games rumored to come to PlayStation.
Great game.
I know you played it. I would love to play it with you if you want. Because I've never played it. That would be
a great game to play with Connor and Riley. The problem with Sea of Thieves is you hop on, you're like, what am I doing?
What do I do?
What do I do now?
Captain!
But once you get into it and you understand how the game goes, but there's no like here's a tutorial of everything there is to do in the game. Now go do them.
Right.
It's kind of like Elden Ring. It's like you open the door and you're like,
cool. So, yo,
I'm
who's
going
that
that-
guy? Who's that
I'm
guy on
going
the
that-
Who's that guy on the horse over there? Let me go say hi. Holy shit!
am I going that way or am I going that? Yo, hello.
Guys, let us know what video games you're excited to play and not excited to play this year. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth comes out at the end of this month.
That'll be cool. Hopefully next time we speak, there will be a Nintendo Direct that we could talk about.
We'll have some Xbox news next week.
That's
too.
true. Hopefully, when does that Ubisoft press conference happen?
Who cares?
That usually
bro?
happens in like May or something, right?
But anyways, Ethan's got some Waterloo University.
Oh my god, I totally forgot about that. So, University of Waterloo has black only swim times.
Whoa. Hold up. You said what?
You said black only swim times. You said huh? You said what?
No.
They have
Hold
swim
on.
times. Oh, he's got to get
Did
ready.
you hear that on TikTok?
No, bro. That's on the website. Okay, so you can have black only swim times, because they want to help the black community get a better relationship with the water. First of all, holy fuck, that is
Is that what their website says?
Yes, that is an unbelievable thing. Okay, so
That is like
that's segregation.
Oh my god. No. That is like just giga woke, but not.
It's just unbelievable, bro. It's just
Like it's like someone
Unbelievable.
trying to do so much that they are actually teleporting us back to the 40s
bro.
when racism was in its prime. Oh my
And
god.
Not only that, but there are some computer science jobs, and here's the description. Here's part of the description. Position 1: all areas of artificial intelligence, like positions within artificial intelligence. The call is open only to qualified individuals who self-identify as women, transgender, gender fluid, non-binary, or two-spirit. Okay, so I guess if you're a man, you can't apply for that job.
Wild.
Position 2: all areas of computer science. The call is open only to qualified individuals who self-identify as a member of racialized minorities. So can't
Wow, they're just
apply to those if you're white.
They're just getting right on the nose that
So, and that's
They got
on
quotas to
that's
hit,
on
bro.
cs.uwaterloo.ca. So that's not
Listen.
TikTok. It's not a fake news.
Listen,
that's
here's-
on their goddamn website.
here's the thing. Absolutely, we should be giving more opportunities for minorities and women and people in the LGBT community. 100%. But this is just, I mean, that's just crazy.
I think the problem is that for so long there hasn't been an equal opportunity for non-white men, but the problem is that you're now giving you don't solve that by giving an unequal amount of opportunity for those people. You give an equal opportunity for all. So the pendulum was way over here and we want it in the middle, but it's not like the pendulum does not swing based on the average of equal opportunities. It's where it is. So it's either over here or it's all the way over here.
I wish we gave ourselves more than 30 seconds to talk about this. You can't have
even forgot that.
You can't have that job application stuff and then segregated pool times. Anyways, guys, let us
and
know
then
your
claim you have equality.
let us know your thoughts about. Wow, I mean the black swimming times is just crazy. That's the craziest thing. The work thing is crazy. It's just like, okay, that's just all right, whatever. The black swim times is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. On that note, guys, have a good week.